Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Ordinal ecosystem. What's up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. Really special show. Because lately we've been really digging into artists. We really love the idea of art on Bitcoin and basically putting your art on the immutable chain that it's there forever and there's no paying AWS fees or anything like that. So we really love the idea of art on Bitcoin, and we're really going after a lot of these artists. And today we have Solemn, sorry. Really amazing art. He's one of my favorites. I actually learned recently that I'm a huge fan of glitch art, and that's just by going through a lot of things and just being like that's what I like. And he's one of my favorites right now. He's definitely up there with Sir Gadfly and Paris and stuff like that. So and Prism and those guys. So definitely want to have him on, and that day is today. So without further ado, let me bring in my partner as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Not much. Just it's been a lot of good energy just coming into the space, and I feel like a lot of it, this is the great part of Ordinals is like you get to kind of hop around, right? Like we have our artist corner, we have the BRC20 corner, we have just the PFP corner and stuff like that. And so today we get to dive into that artist corner. So I'm excited to really kind of dig in and learn a bit more about Solomon and what he's about.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of his stuff is on gamma.io, and we had Gamma on a few weeks ago, and we learned a lot about what's happening with them, and for them to be given these artists the opportunity to sell these prints, you know what I mean, which is really special, and he is one of the top artists there in my opinion.
Yeah, I think like the Prince movement was really big because no one was doing anything like that before. I mean, no, I take that back. Counterfeit culture definitely started that,
Yeah.
but I think like in terms of like a gallery environment type of digital gallery environment, no one was doing that. So shout out to counterfeit
Yes.
culture; they definitely started that movement. But um, the prints that stick out to me are ones that have like glitch art or have some sort of like animation to it. And Cypherpunk, which is the first one that I believe he dropped on Gamma, really stuck out to me. I really loved it because it brought that like cypherpunk like kind of culture and spirit to the whole like Prince movement.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really dope.
Yeah, I do too. And I think that was one of the ones we both picked up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yep, really awesome art. So without further ado, let's bring them in.
Let's do it.
Solomon, what's up, man?
Hey guys, thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hey
so
guys,
go ahead.
I'll just introducing myself. I'm Solemn. I'm an artist from Manchester, UK. Make glitch art. This is my first interview I've ever had, and thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, thank you for being here. So we do every show pretty much the same for our interviews and discussions. So if you don't mind, could you kind of give us your background as far back as obviously you're not doxxed, so you don't get anything like that, but as far as back as possible, and kind of lead us up to your crypto journey.
Yeah. So before crypto, I was involved in the music industry, the music scene. I wore many hats, from promoter, mostly partier, DJ, producer. I'm big into my music. But my main thing was really graphic design. I was a graphic designer, so it's kind of where I got into art and learned the tools and stuff like that. Around 2000 and late 2016, that's when I finally found crypto. Learned about Bitcoin while journeying around some of the darker parts of the web, let's just say. And then early 2017, found out about Ethereum. Actually bought my first Ethereum at like $20, and I was there for and never looked back. I was there for the 2017 ICO run, the chaos of that. I was there for the bear market, 218, 219. And here I am, still here.
That's amazing. So you were around for you said obviously 2019 bear market. Does that feel like where we're at right now?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. NFTs as well. Yeah, they're in the bear market. Cryptos have been in the bear market for like a year and a half, maybe. It feels like we're getting to the end of it though, right about now. Would you say?
Yeah, definitely. But like, so like, obviously, you were in it, like NFTs back then. Was the NFTs kind of like a thing, like how ordinals are, or was it like a little less than how ordinals are now? It like on the timeline of before the bear market, before the next halving cycle.
So, so I heard about NFTs when I was in the first cycle in 2017. I heard about NFTs. They first just came about then, but I never actually looked at them. So I think 2018, 19 in the middle of the bear market, that's where the builders was building. That's where some of the legends now are the OGs. That's where they dropped the first art and super rare. So that was all what was going on. But I kind of stepped away from crypto a bit in 2018, 19. So I missed the start of it all. But I first got into NFTs really in about early 2021, I'd say.
Gotcha.
Did you start creating art on Ethereum during that time, or did you just kind of play in the NFT market yourself as like a collector and trader?
Yeah, so the first NFT I was into cryptos. I was in crypto coins, and I was holding some coin called don'tbuymeme.com. And by holding that, you staked it, and then you generated art basically. So that was the first ever NFT I ever got. Yeah, and since that, I learned about owning art. It's the first art I ever really owned. So from that, I started getting into collectibles and all the crazy cat. I was there for someone found a smart contract from 2 years before with some moon cats on it. Have you ever heard of moon cats?
Yeah.
So I was there to rescue some moon cats. They're actually on chain, and then that was it. I was hooked. Probably a couple of months after that, I probably made my first piece of art myself, and I created it, and that took a couple of months to sell, and I was off as an artist.
Nice. So are you talking about the first gen moon cats?
No,
like
no. The first gen was basically people who minted them in like 2018, and then they forgot about the contract, and everyone forgot about NFTs and all that. And then there was some like what they called they call themselves like archaeologists kind of thing, and they search for old contracts, and they found it, put it onto a Twitter, and then everyone's just madly minted them. I managed to get 10.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're still on. I've still got them.
That's awesome.
You're still holding.
I'm still holding there in the vault. Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, because you definitely want to hold. You don't want to sell them now. You want to sell them whenever the market comes back, because those moon-cats definitely jumped up. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so then you were on Ethereum for a while. I imagine you probably had an experience kind of similar to me, because I got introduced to crypto through Bitcoin way early in 2013, and I stepped away from it. And once I went to like Ethereum and the EVM side, I didn't really come back to Bitcoin because there wasn't really any purpose to, except for like if you're just going to buy it and hold it. Exactly. So what brought you back? Obviously it was Ordinals, but when was that, and what was that experience like?
So I've always known Bitcoin is king, always known from the start. I've watched all the videos, Sailor and all that, but so the end game was always stacking Bitcoin in the end, yeah. But like you said, there's not really any other thing to do with it unless you're a trader, and I've tried that and got wrecked. So yeah, when the Ordinals came along, I heard about them straight away, and I just thought, you can mint art on Bitcoin. Yeah, let's go. It took me a while to actually wrap my mind around the possibilities of recursion and all the other stuff. And but now I fully understand it. It's a no-brainer.
That's awesome. Yeah. So Ordinal started, at January, February. When did you hop over from the other chains?
So I actually as soon as it came out in February, I already was looking at them straight away because I was actually
Wow.
already talking to some stacks guys. Like you've had one of them on the thing, Prism.
Oh,
So I was already friends with Prism, talking to him about doing a little project on stacks as it happens, just around the time Ordinals came out. So as Ordinals came out, straight away we said, let's do it on air. It took me a couple of months to actually get the project together, but yeah. So with my first inscription is in 100k, 114k.
whoa!
I did a
Congratulations.
15. I did it via counterfeit culture.
Nice.
15 parrots. Yeah, between 15 and 250k. Yeah. So yeah, they're sitting pretty in the vault. I've sold 2 of them up to now, and we're going to be releasing more of them soon.
Nice.
That's 15 parrots. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Animated parrots.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of those people that were in the Stacks ecosystem and even BSV ecosystem, they benefited like early because they're kind of already close to like, yeah, it's not BSV is totally separate, right? But like they kind of hear the similar news of like the Bitcoin ecosystems that like stuff that's happened. And then obviously like Stacks. So like you were in the right place at the right time, right? So that was awesome for you. Like for us, like it took a little bit for us to like for it to wrap around our heads, but that's awesome. So do you feel like okay, I never have to go back to Ethereum now, or do you feel like you're you're open to markets that give you opportunity?
Yeah. Well, Ethereum's not going away, I don't think. For instance, the file sizes and things like that make it where some things are impossible. Some kinds of art, like video art, like 100 MB video art. It's going to be hard to get that onto Ordinals. Yeah, you could do it with recursion, but it's going to take a lot of work. So I don't think Ethereum's going away at all. Plus, I've got many collectors on there, and I've got a whole lot of unsold art on there. So no, I am still actually a big Ethereum fan.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
But
that's fair.
right now, I'm focusing on the alpha. Right now, the alphas, Ordinals, Bitcoin.
100%. And I think that's a good mindset to have, really, because when you're an artist and you're trying to make it, like whether it's an artist or a business that could scale from, different communities, I think you got to be okay to have that kind of mindset, because at the end of the day, you want your community to grow, and be as strong as it can be, and that might take, having another community from a different chain as well.
Yeah. Well, eventually, I'm hoping to onboard a few of my community over here. I've actually on my last drop, I've onboarded at least 2 people yesterday. Orange pilled them. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, and I'm looking to get more on. Hopefully, this interview will help when I can get to talk a little bit about. I think a lot of people don't actually understand what's going on. You know what I mean? With Ordinals.
Yeah, I mean, it's very new, 100%. Like not many people do know what's going on, and that's why we do our thing to kind of like spread that. And it's awesome that you're onboarding. So that it's actually from an artist, it would be kind of stupid for you just to be on one chain, because it's kind of like being a musician and only being in one country when there's there's a whole bunch of other countries out. So I do get that point. That's yeah.
Anything I can inscribe, I will be inscribing. You see.
Mm-hmm.
Or if there's something comes along, like I'm still part of like collectives on Ethereum, for instance. So if something comes along like that, yeah, I'm still part of that. Yeah, I'm not going to abandon Ethereum.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of unsold art on there still.
Yep. I mean, you have your community there, but one thing that you just said was that you feel like there's a lot of people that still don't know what's going on over here. I feel like that there's just information that maybe haven't reached other parts of the crypto DeFi space, but I also think that some of this has to do with them not even wanting to really learn about it because of the turnoffs that they've had from past like Bitcoin maxis. You know what I mean? And I mean, that was how it was with me. Whenever I first heard about BRC20s, I laughed because the meme pool got clogged, and I was like, those idiots, those laser eyes always talk about how other chains suck, but then they're clogged, they can't even do anything. But then like like a day later, the light bulb came over my head because this Bitcoin is how I got in, and I know how valuable it is. And I said, wait a second, I'm going over there, And I told Shizzy, and we just headed over here. So, yeah, I think more education as well as just exposure of letting and being like what you're doing. You actually onboarded 2 people. This needs to happen more with ordinal people because maxis don't do that the right way.
Yeah.
They don't know how to do that, but we do. So I think
Yeah.
it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, and another thing, what I think was a big put off for artists was like the inscription number thing when it first started, and you heard, "Oh, we're in before 10K, we're in before 100K, we're in before 1 million," and then people kind of thought it give you the impression that you'd missed out on something. And then in the middle of that came BRC20, which is shitcoining. Now, most of us, well, me in particular, I'm in NFTs. I'm trying to stay away from shitcoins. I've had years of shitcoins, and now I'm in NFTs. And I hear of another chain with a load of shitcoins. It sounded a bit like, because at the same time, there's all different types of chains dropping. There's L2s at the same time. There's people making out on Optimism. There's people making out on Coinbase's chain, all at the same time. It all seemed to come. So I think people just thought it was another one of them things what came along.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think the inscription numbers was a big put off. Even myself, I got in at like I said, at 100K, 100, 250K, and then when it got to like 3 million, I was thinking I'm late as well. So, but in reality, it's got nothing at all to do with that. Nothing at all. Yeah. Early inscription numbers probably will be grails, yeah. But that's nothing to do with art and the value proposition for art, which is immutable art on chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have a great point there, but you're coming from like an artist perspective, right? So if you jump out of your shoes for a second and jump into like one of your collectors or someone that has like this collector itch, right? So do you feel like, because thinking about that group of people, do you feel like Bitcoin having or Ordinals having the early inscriptions narrative plus the rare sats narrative, do you think those 2 narratives are really going to separate Bitcoin art and NFTs, kind of put them in a higher class than everybody else? Or do you feel like, well, no, that's just Bitcoin's thing and it makes them different, but everybody else has their own thing? How do you feel about it?
Do I think that Bitcoin art on rare sats is going to be bigger than everything else?
Rare sats and early inscription. So does that separate Bitcoin from the other chains in terms of NFTs and art?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. I think I think it adds another layer of collectability. Yeah, I think it's going to create crazy FOMO when people realize it. Actually, I've just come back from Amsterdam inscribing, and I was chatting to some guys, and they explained all about rare sats and all palindromes and stuff like that. Yeah, it was exciting stuff. It's like I've only just learned about it. The sats. I came from the art side, but the sats is another part of it altogether, isn't it?
Yeah. So how was Amsterdam? What was your take on it? What was the feel for it? Did it feel like a bear market?
Well, I only went to Amsterdam inscribing. I just flew over on the Saturday morning. It's only a 1 hour flight from me from Manchester, so I just flew over and went straight to the conference, and it was great. The energy was amazing. Yeah, it was a great vibe. Yeah, every single person you spoke to was building something or was excited about something. And then we went to the Taproot Wizards party at the night. That was good fun. Yeah, and the next day flew home, did a little tour around to Amsterdam, and flew home.
Nice.
Got some of the local delights.
Did you meet any other any artists from there? Did you meet Sir Gadfly or anybody else?
Yeah, I met Gadfly. Yeah, he's a legend. Yeah, great energy. Yeah, and I also met the team from Gamma, Nick.
Oh, nice.
Went for a nice meal with Nick and that. Yeah, I met loads of people. Yeah, I met a couple of collectors who I've already in a few chats with. Yeah, it was great. Connected with loads of people, put a few ideas together for collabs, with recursive collabs. Yeah, it was all in all, it was a great networking trip, I must say. It's the first time I've been to anything like that as well. So yeah, I loved it.
That's awesome. I feel like the energy at these conventions, these ordinal conventions, are so good. I haven't heard anything from like the Amsterdam one, the Singapore, obviously like Bitcoin Miami. Everybody just talks about how like amazing it was, and the Ordinal community has this positive energy and all this stuff. So that's great. Really love that. I want to get into your art, a little bit here. I'm noticing like your PFP right here, and then also the cypherpunk piece. Seems like the same character. Is this based on someone specifically, or is it just a character you just made up?
Yeah, it's just like a degen. Me?
Gotcha. Oh, it's you, the DJ.
Sat in front of the computer all day.
Yeah.
Learning, vibing.
Yeah. So your cypherpunk piece, that was a hit piece in my opinion, because it really hits with the Bitcoin community, right? Because cypherpunk is just like a lot of the devs with Bitcoin that try to build in different ecosystems within Bitcoin, they relate to that. Is that what was on your mind when you created that, or where'd you get the idea for that piece?
Well, it was just a tribute to like the figure that's in my mind. What the figures in the dark rooms, he was hacking and working out the code before it was launched. That was a tribute. This was like before Bitcoin.
Yeah.
The cypherpunks was going before Bitcoin, weren't they?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Before he was trying to work out loads of different things, and in the end, he got whoever it was got the code together. Whether it was a team or one person, who knows? What do you think?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is really cool.
So, did you see me overdrop full circle? I'll show you that one.
Shizzy picked that up. If you want to share your screen, you can kind of showcase it.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of Full Circle. I got one of those. So the story behind that's pretty cool. You posted that on your Twitter about like a giveaway, and you did 21 of them for 0.0021, I want to say. And I immediately jumped on that, and it was really cool. And we entered the raffle, and then it was awesome to get a print as well.
Yeah, that's when we put together the idea for this interview, sort of.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to share my screen now.
Yep.
I love that Bitcoin tombstone piece too. It's like every year someone says Bitcoin is dead.
Yeah.
So can you see my screen now?
Let me add it.
Yep.
Yep, we see it.
Yeah, so this is a piece Full Circle, and it's kind of like about me and my journey through crypto. Started on Bitcoin and then went all the way around with many chains, many journeys, ICOs, ups, downs, got wrecked, unwrecked, and now here I am, back full circle at Bitcoin. And it's also about Bitcoin, what seems to have done the same kind of thing. It started everyone off, and now a lot of people who spoke to at AMS said the same thing. Like, it started on Bitcoin and they went away because there was no culture and there's no reason to be on Bitcoin. You've just got Bitcoin, and now they're back full circle. So this is this piece, and so this piece is the most technical piece I've ever made. The background is P5JS. Recursive. It's basically you can choose your own background by clicking it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I had to learn coding, P5JS, CSS. I had to dig very deep to make this, and there it is. It's me.
Amazing.
That'll be one of the best pieces I've made to date. Yeah, so you've got one, haven't you? I'm glad you've got one, brother. Thanks for that.
Yeah, man, I got one. I'm hyped.
Shizzy, did you know you could click on it?
No, I had no idea until right now. I'm gonna go click on it.
Choose your background. So say if it was going on like an exhibition, they could choose whichever background they want. Just set it.
See, this is why I love recursion. Because I feel there's so many possibilities with it.
And this is not possible on Ethereum, is it? Or if it is, I don't know about it, and it's definitely not possible on chain like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it costs 1.6 KB to make. Yeah, so it's like next to nothing to inscribe. Yeah. And anything can go there.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And that piece speaks to probably 90% of the people that are in ordinals, right? Because I think like the early adopters, for the most part, are the people that knew, like, could see the value of Bitcoin. It might have taken them a little bit, like it did me, like a day, which to me I feel like is too long. But you know, you realize, oh no, like okay, I need to get over there really quick. What will happen is eventually that will grow and grow as the narratives and stuff get stronger and as we get closer to the bull run. But yeah, I think that's an amazing piece. I think you killed it with the kind of the narrative for that piece, the full circle. And man, I love your work, man. I can't wait to see what else you have for the future.
Yeah, and thank you very much for that. And yeah, like you were saying then, more people are gonna come over to Ordinals. Well, since I've been dropping art, like I've had like many because I'm friends with a lot of artists have been in the game. I came up with a lot of the glitch artists from Tezos over to Ethereum, like, so I've had a lot of artists in my DMs like asking me how do I get started, yeah, and they're all ready to go. They're all ready to go, but everyone's got to learn about compression a little bit more. They've got to dig deep with compression. You've got to start again, really. And the nature of glitch art, it's flashy, it's got static in it, and that's what the compressor doesn't like. So it's basically you got to start experimenting. That's what I'm saying to them all. Start experimenting and get your file sizes down, because even 400 is too high. You know what I mean?
Even so, like with recursion, does that help though with the file size? Like, are you, when you created that piece, was file size, did you have to compress it at first like a ton and then use what is it, the P5JS?
Yeah, so that type of glitch there, what you saw there,
yeah,
that's not possible to get. If I just made a GIF like that, that's not possible to compress that down under 400, because the compressor doesn't like static and noise and glow. It doesn't like things like that. So there's no way to get that. So I had to learn. I had to make that because I knew what I wanted.
gotcha.
I always use that anyway. I've got one of them what I use in my art anyway. So I needed that, and that made me so now I've got that. Yeah, I can use it anytime. Yes.
And you know what though? I feel like this is actually creating a whole new type of digital artist too, because like you're learning how to use recursion to create these pieces, and that's what the hard part's going to be for your artist friends, because they're like, oh, I have to learn recursion if I want to do something that's out of the box because of the file size. But you guys know that, like, there's 8-bit that's really good at it. There's other artists that are getting good at it. So you're going to be able to mentor them, kind of.
Yeah, me and 8-bit are actually working on a piece. So
oh wow,
nice.
Let you know about that more soon. That's going to be a banger. And also, so them pieces that I just showed you then in the background, they're the glitches. They're actually a thing called glitch codes, which are going to help artists because I'm putting them as CC0, so anyone can use them.
oh wow.
Yeah, can they show you the page?
Yeah,
Sharing on the page, please.
Dude, the game has been changed, man. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Glitch codes. I've not actually announced this yet, but this is the glitch. Can you see the
screen?
screen?
Alpha alert! Alpha alert!
Alpha.
Yeah. This is the glitch codes. Can you see them?
Yep.
Yeah. So there's three of them up to now, but there's going to be 21 glitch codes. These are like the grandfather glitch codes.
So you can just call those, right?
These are available now for anyone to use as glitch backgrounds and put them into your pieces. If you want a bit of mentoring, I'll help you out. So when you do that, you'll be able to see that this is the father of them. You know what I mean? And there's one, if you can see it, there's one condition. If you use this piece, any of these pieces in your piece, and you release your piece as under CCO as well, CC0 as well. So hopefully it's a little bit of an experiment in recursion, where I'm going to see how far down we can go. You know what I mean?
Well,
these are the granddad.
Why don't you look into BRC 420 for this? Because BRC 420 is a protocol that Recursiveverse has created. We can connect you with Jeffrey from Recursiveverse, and basically is it allows you to license your assets, and you'll get a royalty from it. So we'll send you the link for that episode that we have, and then we'll kind of point you into learning more about it to the person that created it. Really cool guy, Jeffrey from Recursiveverse. But
so there they are. Anyway, I've listed a couple of them anyway, so in case anyone wanted to feel the glory of owning the granddaddy. glitch code.
So you can just call those when you create
You
recursive.
can call them and put them in the background of your thing, of your art. But you're gonna have to make like transparent art to put them. You can, you're gonna have to make transparent art if you wanted to make the piece I made. But people might use them for something else.
Yeah.
Like you could take them inside that inscribing world. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah.
You could build your walls out of it if you wanted in there. Like this is recursion. We can do anything.
And you can make it any size you want, right?
Yeah. That just will open up now to the size of anything.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's the glitch codes. Glad you like them.
And I want to show something real quickly. So if anyone wants a piece on Gamma, this is his latest piece. It just dropped, I want to say, yesterday. And I picked one of these up as well. There is only 11 left, and you have about 6 days. So if you want to grab one of these really cool arts, what's the name? Decoded. It's called Decoded.
It's interactive. It's interactive actually. So when you rub the mouse over it, can you see it's changing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But can you actually scan that QR code?
Yeah, you can scan it if you crack the code with your mouse and get your camera ready.
I love, man. It's like the art is so interactive.
There you go. It's scannable now.
That's awesome.
And that'll take you through. That'll reveal the truth.
Oh, I don't want to give it away, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's right as at the time of this interview. Yeah, there's like 9 or 10 left. So
yeah,
hopefully there's a couple left.
Dude,
for your viewers.
you could do puzzles with recursion and then like be able to make it hard for people to figure out. But if you figure it out, then you unlock something. That's awesome.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless. Yeah,
for sure.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah. It's exciting time.
Awesome. Okay, so you've been. I kind of like how you're marketing yourself too. You're on Gamma. You also have stuff on Magic Eden. You're not just only dedicated to. And then you're also with Are you still with Counterfeit, or you're not?
Yeah. I'm actually a resident with Counterfeit. Yeah. So but I've already done my season 1 drop. So
awesome.
Waiting for season 2. I'll maybe have a drop coming on the Ordain collection.
Yeah.
That's it. Counterfeit, great. Yeah, they taught me the way. They showed me the way.
Yeah, and coming from like a digital marketer, that's what I do for a day-to-day job. The way you're doing it is the way to do it. It's really to kind of like be able to expand your digital footprint on different platforms, and I think what you're doing is great. So we'll see kind of where else you end up spreading your work out at.
Yeah. As you just mentioned Magic Eden, so I'm actually coming up on the Magic Eden launchpad, the 1.1 launchpad, what it's launched recently. Have you seen that one, the Magic Eden?
I saw something of yours on there, but I think it was just the regular marketplace.
No, they've not announced it yet, but it's
okay.
Next week on the 26th. I'm coming on the launchpad where they've got English auctions. You see, they're doing one at a time.
The auctions, yeah.
Are they called English auctions?
An English auction is one where it's
attributes, right?
Ascending. And also, Attributes is partnered with Magic Eden. Yeah, so they have done some of them. Yeah, but I'm not doing it through Attributes. I've not met them chaps yet. It'd be nice to meet them.
Yeah, we actually did a discussion with them as well. And they're amazing. It's a husband and his wife, and they're a really amazing team. Huge fan of what they're doing as well.
Yeah, is that the English dude?
Yeah.
Is he English?
From England. Yeah, no, he's English. Yeah.
Yeah. I've listened to it a couple of times. Yeah.
Nice.
I've seen the art as well and seen the drops. Yeah, so I'm like going on the same launch pad they was on with my next piece. Can I show it you?
Nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Share my screen. Yeah.
So you got Magic Eden Launchpad coming up with the English auctions. Then you got a project with 8-bit, and then are you gonna do a Counterfeit Culture another season or no?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, I'm a resident with Counterfeit Culture, so I'll be in every season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Counterfeit Culture is like the season 2 is a while off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. You're doing so much.
So can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Vanguard. This is my piece, my first 1.1 release on Bitcoin. It's also got the same interactive background,
That's
the
awesome.
glitch codes, QR code. So yeah, this is coming up on a Magic Eden as a 1.1 drop, my first 1.1 drop.
Wow,
I'll be announcing that soon.
it's exciting, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome, dude. I wonder if you could put like an actual. Could you put like a video in the background like that? Would that be hard?
If it was on as an ordinal already, yeah, you can put anything what's already.
Yeah. So basically, you would just have to use recursion to call it. So it would have to be inscribed first, and then you could fit a video in the back. That's awesome.
But I
Gosh, man.
suppose if the right kind of coder could make like a 3D world behind him and make that move.
We're just seeing the touching the surface. I feel like
I
with
know.
recursion.
We're just scratching the surface. Like, for instance, the on-chain monkey dimensions. There's something what I've not seen anywhere else before. The level of recursion and whatever else is in the background, P5JS, WebGL, whatever technologies are at use. So you could have one of them in the background. You could have, yeah, I suppose.
That's awesome.
And maybe make it react.
Yeah. The possibilities are endless.
For sure, for sure. All right, man. It's been absolutely amazing. It's part of the show where we kind of give you the stage to talk to our community. You got a couple minutes to really say anything you want. Just so that the stage is yours.
Yeah. So I'm Solemn. I hope you've enjoyed me being on the show. Check out my art. I've got a website, strangersolemn.art. The link's in my bio. I'm actually need to update it to put all my Bitcoin links into it. A bit slow. Follow me on Twitter. I'll follow you back. I've got a couple of drops coming up. Like I said, I've got the 1.1 drop coming up on Magic Eden. That's going to be a 24-hour English auction. I've got a special drop coming for Halloween, what I didn't mention, but
dude, like, are you constantly working?
You actually mentioned something about it before. The Bitcoin
white paper.
No, the Bitcoin gravestone.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay,
I'm working on something special for that. What I've not seen before. Yeah, so that's just part of it. So,
nice.
Yeah. I'll be
Man, I feel like you work so much. Like, you're putting out so much work. Are you constant? Do you get to like sleep ever?
Well, yeah, I'm a full-time artist, so I need to do something. Like you say, the devil makes work for idle hands.
Yeah,
I like to keep working.
Man. Yeah, and many people don't know this, but Halloween is the birthday of the Bitcoin white paper. So that was the day Satoshi put the white paper out on Halloween.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes it even more of a poignant piece I'm working on then.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Well, it was a pleasure having you. We would love to have you on again. Absolutely amazing what you're doing. We are huge fans of what you're building and what you're doing, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
Oh yeah, it's been great to be on. Thanks a lot, guys. Keep up the good work with the show. I'll see you soon, guys. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
See you, man.
Take care.
Take care.
Well, absolutely amazing. Really happy to have him on. I'm a huge fan of the glitch art, and that's really cool to see how like he had those three things and he just called them up for recursion, and he went, he was in Scrapped Amsterdam, and wow, amazing interview.
Yeah, and I love that he showcased it live or on our show for people to see the possibilities of being an artist on Ordinals, right? Bitcoin Ordinals. So it's just like, man, it gets me so excited because like the possibilities, like I was just thinking of like different things of like like I don't know, like a like if you're a huge like Jordan fan or something, and then like in that screen was MJ dunking from the free throw line or something. You know what I mean? So it's like there's tons of possibilities, and definitely love his art. Super grateful that he jumped on the show with us, and this is just the start, guys. Like there's gonna be a huge movement. There is a huge movement already started with artists on Bitcoin, but this is gonna grow, and you got to be here for this because we ain't missing it.
No, not at all. And this is all legacy. You know what I mean? This is why I'm not selling anything I'm buying right now, because I feel like this is the early stuff. This is the people that are gonna be like, holy crap, yeah, there's amazing stuff now. Like nowadays, like the Topps cards, they look amazing, right? But
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
still wants the ones from the
The old
1980s,
ones. Yep, yep,
right?
yep.
So, and I feel like that's where we're at right now. We're getting all this cool stuff super early when no one's really paying attention, and then later everyone's gonna be like, yo, look what I got. And then by that point too, there's gonna be cool ways to showcase it all, right? Like right now, there's not a lot of cool ways to showcase it, but eventually, all that stuff it's going to be built because there's a need for it. And by that time, we're gonna have all these, these old legacy art by like guys like Solomon and Gadfly and Paris and so many others.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you. And this Ordinals makes me think that like NFTs, the next run up will be different because of Ordinals. Because like Solemn said, you add that early inscriptions or first year artist on Ordinals layer of value, right? Value layer, and then you add on the rare sats value layer. So when you do that, then you actually start to create true collectors, not people that are just trying to flip quick and that's it. That's exactly what happened with the NFT craze. But when you add those, and then you can say, I own this art piece that is inscribed on this Satoshi, the uncommon Satoshi from 2009. It's and eventually they're going to be on what, cold wallets, right?
Yep.
Don't you think? I think so.
Of course.
And then people will take.
You can already.
People will probably take these wallets to like conventions and trade and do whatever, you know what I mean, sell and stuff like that. So it's exciting, man. We're here in the beginning, ground zero. Love it.
And it's funny you say that because that just popped in my head, like something like a PSA 10. You know what I mean? Or I think that's how you say it for these insane
PSA 10,
cards.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like some of that stuff is going to be like, oh, and instead of saying PSA 10, you're going to say on an uncommon, or you know what I mean, or a 2009 palindrome. You know what I mean, or something like that. It's
like early inscription or first year, like you know how it's like rookie cards,
rookie season,
but first year for these artists. Like oh, that was the first year he created stuff on Ordinal. So it goes on and on and on, right? Like we're here for it, and we feel blessed, right? I mean, I feel blessed. I
100%.
You do too. So and you guys are on the journey with us, and we're happy for that.
Yeah, I appreciate every single listen, every single follow, guys. If you cannot watch, you can definitely listen. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify. We appreciate every single view, every single listen, and thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Peace.